As you well know and understand, one of the central topics was the situation around Ukraine. We see the desire of the U.S. administration and President Trump personally to facilitate the resolution of the Ukrainian conflict, their desire to delve into the essence and understand its origins. I have said more than once that for Russia, the events in Ukraine are associated with fundamental threats to our national security. Moreover, we have always considered and consider the Ukrainian people, and I have said this multiple times, to be fraternal. As strange as it may sound in today's conditions, we have the same roots, and everything that is happening for us is a tragedy and great pain. Therefore, our country is sincerely interested in putting an end to this. But at the same time, we are convinced that for the Ukrainian settlement to be sustainable and long-term, all the root causes of the crisis, which have been discussed repeatedly, must be eliminated, all of Russia's legitimate concerns must be taken into account, and a fair balance in the security sphere in Europe and the world as a whole must be restored. I agree with President Trump, he spoke about this today, that of course Ukraine's security must also be ensured. Of course we are ready to work on this. I would like to hope that the understanding we have reached will allow us to get closer to this goal and open the way to peace in Ukraine. We hope that Kyiv and the European capitals will perceive all of this in a constructive manner and will not create any obstacles or attempt to disrupt the emerging progress through provocations or behind-the-scenes intrigues.
I believe we had a very productive meeting. There were many, many points that we agreed on, most of them, I would say, a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there, but we've made some headway. So there's no deal until there's a deal. But we had an extremely productive meeting, and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant. But we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting. So there's no deal until there's a deal. I will call up NATO in a little while. I will call up the various people that I think are appropriate, and I'll, of course, call up President Zelensky and tell him about today's meeting. It's ultimately up to them. They're going to have to agree with what Marco and Steve and some of the great people from the Trump administration who've come here, Scott and John Radcliffe, thank you very much. Again, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you very much, and we'll speak to you very soon and probably see you again very soon. Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening. Thank you very much, Vladimir. And thank you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Я хотел бы поблагодарить господина Трампа за совместную работу.
I would like to thank Mr. Trump for our joint work, for the friendly and trusting tone of the conversation. The main thing is that both sides were committed to the result. We see that the U.S. president has a clear idea of what he wants to achieve, sincerely cares about the prosperity of his country, and at the same time shows understanding of Russia's national interests. I hope that today's agreements will become a reference point, not only for solving the Ukrainian problem, but will also mark the beginning of the restoration of business-like, pragmatic relations between Russia and the U.S.
России и США.